Every year, thousands of people gather up in an event called Anime Exposition or Comic Con, which is basically a bunch of people dressing up as their favorite fictional characters to represent, like freedom of expression, this and that. Okay. What I'm wearing here is just regular clothes, right? Wrong. I'm dressing up as somebody else, as like my friend yesterday. He's a mechanic. He dressed up like this. It's not necessarily about uniform. It's as long as he knows what he's doing. Cosplaying is not necessarily about wearing, a costume. It's basically about expressing yourself, knowing who you want to be, where you want to be, and knowing, if I'm gonna dress as this guy, am I gonna be this guy or not? Am I making sense to you? Or not?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Look around, everybody. Raise your hand if you dressed up as Halloween once, like Halloween. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get back to you guys in the conclusion. Okay. So, so cosplaying was originally documented in 1939 in the first event called WorldCon. It was originally for males only. There were sexes during the time. During the time, there would be a bunch of nerds dressed up as robots, and what they would do, they would predict the future, saying this is how it's gonna look like in the early 2000s. It was like originally it wasn't really about I'm gonna dress up as this guy and make some fandom of it. So cosplaying has been around for like 70 years. During the cosplaying, a lot of laws, a lot of equality came in. So women, colored people, gender, different countries, they started experimenting cosplaying. Originally, it was just robots, monsters, stuff like in the Western society. Japan originally modified it, and it was called cosplaying by a Japanese writer. Originally it was just called, fan fiction costumes. Symbolism. It's not necessarily about wearing a mask. It's something I just talked about in the introduction, yes, right? My experience, during my time in cosplaying, I'm not really actually like a hardcore cosplayer. I'm just like, the baseline of cosplaying. I never been to an anime convention or Comic Con. I just wore like, random costumes and just do like things that are, like, it's funny. Like this one time I wore this banana costume and this guy would be on the floor. I would have an umbrella and a briefcase. The guy was on the floor, I was the banana guy. I walked, I stepped on the guy, I'm like, whoops. It's the opposite, You guys get the joke, right?
Yeah.
Originally, I was like a bit nervous in dressing up in costumes. The first cosplaying costume I wore was a jumpsuit, inflatable jumpsuit. So I looked like a fat cow going around, like a wobbly. Sometimes I get criticized, oh, what are you doing, kid? Like, you should be like doing stuff like working or going to college. Like I am going to college, I'm just, exploring something. Don't blame me for this, weeks after I started getting comfortable, I started wearing, banana costumes, some funny shirts. I wore a Goku shirt. I wore a funny peanut and stuff. I would go around, start doing random dances, do poses like this, like around streets. I would sometimes this funny moment where I would dress up as a duck, and a midget would follow me. And what I would do, I would go to like in the middle row. I'll be like the mother duck, and the duckies are going after me. I'm like this. And then cars would look at me. They'll be taking pictures. Like, no, don't put that on. Don't put that on. Right now, I'm like more expressing myself. I'm not really afraid into trying new things, like wearing costumes, going half naked around the streets, like I said. I mean, not in a nasty way, just like in an appropriate way. Don't get the wrong idea, guys. My conclusion is, you don't necessarily have to wear a costume to cosplay. It's basically expressing yourself in a way that you feel comfortable with a group of people. It's basically finding who you are in a fictional way. All right. Remember when I said look around and I had people that was dressed up? All right, look around, you guys. Now imagine the last costume you guys wore for Halloween, going around in public on a Halloween daily basis, and just do what cosplay is. We just go around, model, people take pictures. Now imagine you get criticized. How will you feel? You feel uncomfortable, right? Well, just keep in mind that you're yourself. It's good to be yourself. If you're gonna explore, might as well do it with a group of people because if you do it by yourself, you're like, when you do it with a group of people, you're like, I don't feel so ashamed because a lot of people share the same interests I'm sharing. So why am I ashamed of who I am? Because sooner or later you're gonna find a group that share the same interests, right? And that concludes my speech.